Welcome, welcome. What you thought you wasn't gonna see me? Thought you wasn't gonna see me? Oh, the Laker fans. My goodness, the game wasn't even over yet. Laker fans was on every social media platform. You'd have thought the Lakers was playing tonight. They come in there, yeah, what's up? Hey, Reggie Jackson did his job. He was 3 for 3. I knew when Reggie Jackson was 3 for 3, we were in trouble. I said, oh no, Reggie Jackson's 3 for 3 shooting threes. But that's not where this game was lost. Playoff P showed up. What's up? Hopefully you guys have hit the like button. Now, like I always say, mistakes leads to defeats. Not some of the time, not part of the time, all of the time. What's up, Mike B? Now, the problem that the Clippers are having with the Dallas Mavericks was actually defensive assignments. They were losing on the defensive end of the ball. They did not all have the same energy. Plus, this is where guys not playing get well with each other, not playing with each other. This is what that rust looks like. And this is where Doc's inability to coach that talent comes into play. Doc is trying to let them figure it out. And that works with certain people. Like if you got Kawhi, you figure Kawhi can get Paul George under control. But when you see him starting to turn into playoff P right before your eyes, you have to recognize that. And you got to be able to pull him to the side and say, look, man, you falling apart because the shot ain't dropping. And just keep throwing the ball up. Your attitude is changing. Mentally, you're tuned out of the game because you're all frustrated. And this is what you do every year in the playoffs. He needs somebody to be able to tell him that. If you don't pull him to the side and say, look, take advantage of your situation. Okay? Period. Take advantage of it. Go to the hole. If your shot ain't dropping, what do? You go inside. Get some easy ones. Make it easier for yourself. Don't just keep firing up threes out of frustration. No, Dallas' game plan for the Clippers was to exploit their weakness. Their weakness is on the inside. If you keep your dribble alive and get to the paint, Luka can always distribute the ball to the cutters. The Clippers have always had a problem, this unit, because they don't have a big man really in there except for Shoebox. The cutters are beating the guys off the breaks. And the Clippers don't seem to understand, like guys like Burke, they're leaving these guys open, thinking that, okay, we don't really know who these guys are, but these guys came to play. Smith is a player. Burke is a player. These guys are very confident. They're very keen in on what they want to do. They drop low and start working with Boban because they know the Clippers don't have a big man in the paint that can guard him. They gave the blueprint to the Lakers on what the Lakers should have been doing. But the Lakers are too stupid. So they'll never do something like that. But Dallas, Luka, all he has to do is keep his dribble, get into the red, and somebody's going to cut. They have a lot of athletic guys on Dallas. They're faster than a lot of the Clipper players, so they can sprint towards the basket so that Luka could drop a dime. Or Boban's in there, drop it off the Boban. And that dictated the pace of the game early on. While the Clippers was playing sporadic and struggling for offense, Dallas was making execution plays happen on the regular. Now, all this Porzingis talk and all this stuff here, that was all them playing up to the refs. The refs were not going to let Dallas go down 2-0. It's got to be a series. All this Porzingis, if we'd have played, it should have been 2-0 Dallas. Porzingis wasn't doing a damn thing in game one. Y'all act like he was killing out there. I'd rather he stayed because he was playing terrible in game one. Terrible. You see, that's the difference. Everyone else believes these things. I don't. He was terrible. Porzingis, to me, played a better game this time around, but he still wasn't the factor at all in this game. They could have taken Porzingis out and still been successful. Oh, Mambi? Oh yeah, she's hot. I saw her doing the halftime, man. She was something else. But she's married, Shouts out to her and her husband Tim. The Clippers defense isn't sad. They made adjustments by adding more speed. The problem was Paul. Playoff P showed up, and you can't be putting up an offer in the first half. It's not acceptable. It's not acceptable because his attitude change which took him out of the game, and mentally he was out of it. Lou Williams has played terrible, but he hasn't played. He's chasing lemon peppers around, and getting lap dances. His mind ain't right. So he's very unsure about his offense, and he's taking bad decisions out there on the court, taking bad angle on shots, bad angle on defense, and these guys are getting around him. Um, they really miss Pat Bev, his on the floor leadership at the point guard position. So that really hurt them tonight. Kawhi choked in the fourth. Why would you believe that? If it wasn't for Kawhi, they wouldn't even been in it. They actually cut the lead down to 10 because he wouldn't quit. If the Lakers and Clippers went out in the first round, I would be even more ecstatic and happy. Oh, you must have been on the Patreon and saw that. Why I don't have the same energy for LeBron? What do you mean? See, this is the problem with you Laker fans. You always worried about somebody else's business. Y'all not even playing the damn Clippers. What are y'all celebrating for? See, this is y'all problem now. This is why Dame has got his foot broke off in y'all ass. Because y'all sitting over here worrying about other players and other teams just like that bum. And that's why y'all gonna end up at home crying. It's not Brent Brown's fault. He is what he is. He can't help it. I mean, what if you Brent Brown? What are you gonna do? Okay. I see that. I thought I brought everybody in. What's up? Okay, I'm starting to see some people come in. We having a little resistance here. There's something.
What's up? What's going on? Shit, man. The refs trying to cheat for the Mavs because they don't want to see the Lakers play the Clippers. Hello?
I heard what you said.
Paul George was trash tonight. Let's just keep it real.
He turned into George Paul.
Nah, that's the refs trying to cheat for the Mavs because they don't want to see the Lakers
George Paul. That too, but he turned into George Paul, man.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It was one of those. It's one of those games, man. I think they gonna clean up some stuff. I thought they held Porzingis and Luka down in the second half. You know what I'm saying? But I think Kawhi should get up in Paul George and have that talk.
That nigga Paul George is trash. Shoebox can't defend the pick and roll for shit. Don't even get me started on that bum ass Reggie Jackson.
And don't get me started on Marcus Morris.
Oh, we already.
Another
yeah, Morris pissed me off for those. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Morris.
Yeah, Morris pissed me off.
Well, what happened?
He was.
I don't like how the Clippers opened up. I don't like how the Clippers opened up running their offense through Paul George. He took the first 4 shots and brick. I would have much rather, if you want to take advantage of a mismatch, go to Morris when he had little Seth Curry on him.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
but here's my thing, man. The Clippers got too many people on the court, man, that don't belong there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
What hurt them, it seems to be, is the depth. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, it's a lot of one-on-one. We got to get this guy involved. We got to get this guy involved. So we let him go one-on-one. We stand back and we just stand around for a minute. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't That doesn't get you
Yeah.
acclimated and flowing into the game,
You know what else
especially
I
when you're not
noticed
hitting.
too? You know what else? Not to cut you off, T and Uncle Frank. You know what else I noticed is I noticed the difference between them and Miami Heat is Miami Heat come out and play. They come out and try to relax and become, you know what I mean, instead of just trying to like. I know there's a thing of trying to focus and trying to get the team involved and try to catch the difference between trying to okay, we need to go actually play and try to score is one-on-one basketball.
Man,
you breaking up a little bit, my man.
yeah, your phone totally screwed. Your connection totally
Oh,
screwed.
shit, for real?
Yeah, you Borging.
Did y'all hear? Did y'all hear everything I said? Or no? I was
No, we can
basically
hear you
it
now,
now.
but your last statement, you were kind of Borging.
Yeah.
Oh no, I was just saying like they was just becoming too much one-on-one instead of trying to like, you know what I'm saying, come out focused and try to actually get the game going. It's like you're sitting back watching as a coach being like, come on, let's get it going. Like let's start like playing, like get the ball moving. You know what I'm saying? It's too much one-on-one.
See and that goes to my second point. Man, Dallas seemed to have more team chemistry than the Clippers do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Kawhi, his to himselfness, you know, his you know, I think this is the time where you should probably be closer to your team than ever. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's showing in a lot of these games. Like I see that with Denver too. Like Denver, they play with a lot of confidence with each other.
Yeah.
You know, those going to be the teams that rise to the top.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Miami, you know what I'm saying? That's another one. You know, it's like, you know, you know, you got to have some chemistry out there.
Absolutely.
You know, and other teams is more focused than other teams. You know what I'm saying? And that starts with everybody.
Yeah.
And especially when you haven't had Montrezl Harrell, he just came back. Lemon Pepper Lou, Lap Dance Lou, he's still coming back, getting acclimated. So,
and another thing we really miss Pat Bev, man.
Pat Bev,
absolutely.
The guards didn't take
Absolutely.
advantage of in this game, man.
All them guards that went off for Dallas, and that he seemed to be the big piece missing because can nobody stop the perimeter players at all.
Yeah,
and you know what else they missed by Pat was if Pat was out there, I feel like they didn't. If y'all noticed, did y'all notice there ain't no communication? Like nobody's like, yo, like let's go, nobody. Pat Beverly does that.
Yeah,
Pat does all that.
Yeah, he brings that raw energy that Montrezl Harrell. He brings that type of energy, but he's still getting his wind back, getting his rhythm back. So he's not gonna come with that. But yeah, Pat Bev definitely brings that. You always need an enforcer, an energy guy. You know what I'm saying, to motivate, get things flowing.
How y'all feel about Doc's coaching tonight?
He did all he could do. I mean,
he didn't do a good job today.
I mean, he's a guy that's he's not an X's and O's. He's going to manage personalities and all of that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I mean, it's like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what else
I
he
agree
can do
with what Fino said earlier. Like, Doc is kind of like letting them figure it out a little bit versus, really just getting making strict adjustments.
Yeah. You know, and it's like it's like he's like, y'all gonna have to learn to trust Reggie Jackson.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Reggie Jackson, aka flip from above the rim. That's how he be looking, like Bernie Mac out there playing for some stone cold booms. He playing for the booms.
Man, travesty, man, travesty.
Right. It was just horrible. HD, what's up?
What's up?
Hey, what's up, bro?
HD, what's happening with you, man?
Shit, just got off work, man. I saw the score on the phone. I was like, oh shit, Mavericks stepped it up tonight.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
I didn't see the game the other night, but wasn't Dallas coming back on them until they threw Porzingis out? Isn't that kind of the storyline of the game?
No, Dallas was leading. They were leading that game, and then they threw Porzingis out. But Porzingis, like Cino was saying, he was okay, but he wasn't really a factor. The problem what happened with the Mavericks was the second half, the last game, they shot too many dumb threes. They kept shooting threes when they didn't need to. All they had to do was just attack the basket.
They were doing that though. They were attacking the basket, man. Like they just
not like this last game they weren't doing it, bro. I watched it because
okay.
coming up the court shooting threes, and then Tim Hardaway was shooting threes. It was they just should have played more of an inside game. But I think the Clippers will come back. But it make my pick for the Heat look even better. I think the Heat could take both of these teams.
They can.
Right. Hey, man. And I say watch out for teams like Denver. Watch out for Toronto. All these little small teams that don't got nobody really believe in them.
But Denver got blown out today, though.
Yeah, speaking of Denver, man,
they did.
Man,
yeah.
Utah.
I didn't see. They
got blown
out, man.
Crazy today.
They blew them out like 120 something to like 100.
Utah,
man, they played. They played so well.
Came off the bench and had a career high.
Who did, Frank?
Jordan Clarkson.
Clarkson's great. That's why I'm mad the Lakers got rid of him, man. Clarkson used to come off that bench for the Lakers and he was killing. It was him and Nance. They would just be killing guys. And they just got rid of him.
I didn't think Clarkson had a performance in him. I mean, I know he could play and all that shit, but I didn't think he had a playoff performance like he did today in his repertoire.
Yeah. I didn't think he could either, but I know that he could be solid coming off the bench because he worked with Kobe. Kobe used to work with him all the time. He used to wake up in the morning with Kobe. You know, when Kobe was going through his injuries, he would be the only one there. And Kobe used to love Clarkson because he always wanted to get better while everybody else wanted to fool around and shit.
Yeah, and it's like Clarkson lately, going to Cleveland and then now Utah. He hasn't been living up to his potential, but today, man, he did his thing.
Right. Well, Cleveland, he wasn't gonna do nothing. He can't.
Cleveland is a hellhole.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cleveland, go stand in the corner, just wait for the ball to shoot a three because LeBron needs all the space he can so he can dip his shoulder and extend his forearm to get to the basket.
Exactly, and if they collapse, then kick it out for a three or something like that. It's just it's stagnant. Everything is stagnant with them.
I just be mad because I be at work all day, man, and I be looking at it on the phone. I be like, man, I wish I could watch this right now.
I mean, I totally missed it. I caught the end of the second half of the last game in the Clippers game. You know what I'm saying? I missed the earlier games though, all the way. I didn't even know Denver got blew out.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, Denver got blown out. The Raptors almost lost to the Nets. Yeah. They held on.
Yeah, I was gonna say, man, Utah. But Utah, man, they played pretty. They played pretty good. They weren't.
I like Utah.
They weren't using so much ISO offense. You know what I mean? They were actually.
Did Mike Conley play? Did Mike?
No, he was still. His child was born.
Okay.
His son was born, so
Okay.
He's out the bubble.
Yeah, he'll be back. He'll be back soon.
He better hope it's the second round to be back from. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? Like both them teams is so up and down. Denver and I just thought Denver had kind of might have been trying to turn the corner because they played so well the other day. You know what I'm saying? Like Donovan Mitchell threw 57 at them boys and they shook it off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
But they both mirror images of each other. They are. Except Joker, I feel he's a little better all around than Gobert, but Gobert's a better defender and rebounder. But they basically the same. Like Murray's like Mitchell, and then you got then they got Ingles. Ingles is a good defender. Yeah. It's surprisingly because he's from overseas for him to be a good defender like that. That's amazing to me. But Clarkson got to step up. If Clarkson step up, the Jazz could do an upset, man. If he do that every night, but you don't know if he gonna do that because he could go hot or cold.
Yeah, I didn't see the whole game. I caught the tail end of it, and Jordan Clarkson was going off, and then I saw a possession where I think Denver came down to Utah. They got like 6 or 7 offensive rebounds in one possession. So I didn't see the full game, but it's like, you know what I'm saying? Them niggas gonna have to box out if they want to win.
Oh yeah, I didn't watch the game because I knew the Clippers were gonna lose because I knew the refs were gonna save the Mavericks.
It was a whole bunch of calls. It was a whole bunch of
that. You know that if the Lakers lost last night, the Clippers got to lose tonight.
Exactly.
You can't let the Clippers go up 2-0, man. Nah.
Right.
That wouldn't work. You got see. I pay attention. Like what Cito said, I said, man, I already see this because they used to do that to Jordan back in the day. They used to help Jordan out. So it's the same game.
Yeah, but you can't let Trey Burke come off the bench out of nowhere and just go off on you,
Right.
man.
Let Steph Curry
Trey
You know
Burke
what I'm
and
saying?
Steph
Like
Curry. Steph Curry was breaking
the X
cats down,
factor.
going to the basket. I ain't seen that out of Steph Curry since he was at Duke.
Man, him and
Yeah,
Steph
man.
switch places. Him and Steph switch places. That's all that happened.
Right.
Yeah.
Nah, you know what it is. Nah, I'm gonna tell you what it is. He going at Paul George because you remember Steph Curry is married to Callie Rivers, but before he was with Callie Rivers, she was engaged to Paul George, but he cheated on her with the stripper.
Right.
So it's funny to me because it's like you playing against your father-in-law, but at the same time, Paul George was about to be Doc Rivers was about to be Paul George's father-in-law.
Right.
Yeah, hilarious.
I forgot all about that.
I think Steph Curry, he balling, so he go back home to Cali like, yeah, you made the best decision leaving PG-13, coming over to Team Curry.
Yeah.
Something was on his mind tonight. Because I tell you, Dad, like Paul George, he didn't play well at all.
Beverly
Beverly
ain't play.
Who?
Beverly ain't play tonight.
No, he didn't. They
they said like a calf strain.
They pulled him at the last minute.
Out.
Oh, that's why
they pulled him at.
Because Beverly, he the leader of the team.
Yeah.
You need him out there because Beverly the leader, man. Beverly get them boys in line. They scared of Pat Bev because
That's what I was saying. That's what I was saying earlier. Like he was a big symptom of what was wrong tonight. Like all them guards going off.
What's good?
Yo, Casino.
Hey, what happened? Why'd they block you off?
Oh, it seemed like it's some type
that bum from Cleveland tried to block you.
That's LeBron. You know that.
Reboot the whole thing.
Yeah.
That's LeBron.
Yeah, but you see the Laker fans out. I mean, the LeBron fans out tonight. They happy now.
They said they out tonight.
They were going yesterday, but they happy today. It was only one game.
Right, I mean, here's my thing, man. Here's my thing. Like Cino said, man, you keep worrying about other people's games, man. You got to worry about your own series, man. That's why Dame got his foot up your ass.
You seen him today, Nick? LeBron. They made like fake MAGA hats or something trying to diss Trump or something today. I'm like, why you Trump?
You did a video on LeBron today earlier. I seen you when you did the video before you went to work.
Yeah, I did the video.
He wore it last night. The Breonna Taylor arrest the cops that killed Breonna. Yeah, he had that hat on yesterday.
LeBron ain't no damn. I don't believe shit LeBron come out of his mouth. I don't believe LeBron. LeBron's just a snake. He just no.
Mm-hmm. Of course.
Man, we ain't even worried about him, man.
He need to have a toupee on.
We ain't worried about him.
He need to stop beefing with Trump and get that toupee special and stop playing.
No, you need to start worrying about getting his team together. I'll be like, man, y'all assignment is the Portland Trailblazers. Do what you
fuck Trump, nigga. You need to go holler at KFC. Tell that nigga to play his A game.
Right, man. Jump. Like, look, bro, you need to make your damn shots. You need to go shoot around.
Right, I watched KCP here in Detroit for a while, man. Like I never got why people are big on him. Like he was touted as a shooter. I've never seen him be a shooter, man. Like I've never, at least I've seen him shoot, but being a successful shooter, that I have not seen that at all.
He was a better shooter when he was on.
To me, KCP is what he is.
You know what? I'm gonna clean myself up. Man, now he can't play at all. I'm like, damn, he can't buy a shot.
Man. What y'all think about the first game? What was the first game today?
The Raptors and
I missed that game. I missed that game.
Wasn't that Toronto, New Jersey?
Yeah, I missed that game. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, they
I didn't get to see that game. I caught the tail end of the Jazz and Nuggets. And then I watched the other one.
I watched the Nuggets game.
Yeah, Toronto almost lost that game. You know, they pulled it together.
The first half was interesting of the Nuggets game, but the second half it just started getting. They start hitting them shots, man. They look like they couldn't miss a shot.
And dude,
Who was it? Utah? Yeah.
and Jokic, he was off tonight, man. He was getting
Goldberg held them down. Yeah, I thought
How y'all doing tonight, fellas?
I was going on.
Doing good, bro.
Huh?
I'm good. I'm
No.
good. Yeah,
What up, bro?
These games is boring tonight, man.
I don't know.
These games tonight was
No.
boring, man.
I just came upstairs.
You said the games was boring.
These games
Well, the
didn't put
Boston
y'all to
game
sleep
got
tonight.
boring once Jason Tatum
Yeah,
just
these
started
games is
cooking
boring.
and hitting from half court and shit. Once Boston went up that third quarter, Philly couldn't buy a basket, so that game got boring quick. But
The Denver game wasn't boring either to y'all. That Denver game was
I call him
boring
the
as
baby
hell.
Kobe Bryant right now.
Oh well.
No,
Hey,
the
Uncle
Denver.
Frank,
The thing
Uncle
about
Frank,
Denver
Kobe
is
scored the
that
six
they
man.
went cold, man. They just couldn't do any damn thing.
Yeah.
I was like, man.
Right.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Man.
And that's surprising with their whole bench. They got the most talent out of NBA anybody in the league.
It was just one of them games, man. They got good shots. That was the thing.
hold on,
They
say
got-
that again, HD.
Oh, I was saying that Kobe jumped into Tatum like the six man.
Basically.
Right.
Yeah.
Man.
Tatum went off.
I think they from the sweep Philadelphia though.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
they
they
gonna-
By the looks of it, yeah.
now.
From the looks of it, yeah, they gonna sweep
Right.
it.
But that Denver game, who was it on the Utah? It was Clarkson stepped up. He was hitting some jumpers, some jump shots, and Gilbert stepped up. He was holding down Nurkic, or what's his name, Jokic, and then another player I'm forgetting, somebody else. I didn't like Jeremy Grant. He was selling for too much damn shots. I thought he could attack. I thought he was played. I thought his minutes was played too much. I thought they could have. Plumlee didn't play a lot either. What's up with that?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Plumlee to me should have been on the floor because he's a
Yeah.
guy that can pass out of the post.
Exactly.
I mean, he's a real good passer, just like
He's
Joe.
active too.
Yeah.
Plumlee's very active.
Yeah, he's athletic as well.
Yeah,
Right.
and he-
That's why
I
I'm
didn't
like,
think-
this guy. This was thought was gonna happen. I thought they were gonna use that to their advantage.
Exactly.
Pass out of the post to the cutters. He makes it difficult for people out there. So especially if you got him coming in for the Joker, then Joker come in after him. You know, it's you
He's
got
a better defender. He's a better defender too.
Yeah,
he
yeah.
is.
Yeah, he is. But on the flip
Plumlee's
side,
tough.
yeah,
Plumlee's very tough.
yeah. But on the flip side, man, Utah, man, it looked like they turned a new leaf because they were moving the ball around. It was no more
Yeah.
ISO ball. You know what I mean? People were it was
Yeah.
like,
Mitchell
I guess they listened to our video. They listened to our video, man.
Mitchell Pass.
he did.
Mitchell,
Man, he got
Mitchell was great.
He got 8
I
assists
think they
tonight.
did.
I gotta give
I
Mitchell
think
his
they
props.
did
man.
listen to the video because a lot of the stuff on First Take was based on what we talked about in the past 2 days.
Basically.
Oh yeah, you know Stephen A. Snitch in here. He one of these little dummy accounts of LeBron. He said, "I got to steal Carcino stuff. Carcino making way more waves than I am."
You know what? The one thing.
Yeah, go
the
ahead,
one
do
thing
the,
that
do
I
the, do the
caught-
Stephen A.
The one thing that I caught was when they were talking about.
Casino be killing it, huh? Max, what are you talking about?
The one thing that I caught. The one thing that I did catch when they was talking about who's the number one. Who's the number one? I said, "Oh my God!" Now I know they listening to Carcino.
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
he
Tito was
listened
the
to
number one.
Yeah.
They
We
heard
were
Rob
talking about
P.
that 2
They
nights ago.
stole a lot of stuff from Cino.
They probably heard Rob.
I knew Skip was wait. Skip couldn't even wait for the credit. The music was still playing, and Skip he couldn't even wait for the music to stop playing before he brought up Charles Barkley. I'm like, man, they still playing the intro music. He brought Barkley up.
Wait a minute.
What's going on between them two?
Yeah, because I told you Barkley.
Oh yeah, I missed it.
He did skip last
Yeah,
night.
He dissed him. I didn't know that.
Yeah, he
That's
did.
good.
Yeah, he did.
Called him a
After the
punk ass
game.
or something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
They always
he said it
they always
twice.
be
Make
dissing.
sure it was heard. He was
And
taking
why
that.
do
Yeah.
Shaq big ass? I was talking about Charles. You ain't got no rings. You can't talk.
Oh, we done been through this already, man. It's
Oh
like,
man,
like
you
Shaq.
know why
Get your-
Shaq doing that, man? Shaq don't have no
Because
substance.
Shaq had Kobe Bryant and Penny Hardaway and Dwayne Wade to ride their coattail.
Right.
Is it
Man,
me?
they did turn Shaq into a buffoon, man. You see him hit the
Right.
ground. You know,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
and he do that at least like he does that like once a month now, dad. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
once a Thursday, one Thursday a month, he hits the ground and shit, dad. Like
Right.
he a buffoon.
those.
Slow ass. I can't stand Shaq.
He a buffoon.
Hey, is it me or does Shaq seem like he's just like tired of the job or something, man? He don't have no enthusiasm on this show.
He don't
I'm
got
like,
nothing to say.
Because nobody watch him. Everybody
Right.
watch Chuck.
Yeah, you
Nobody
see they
care
gonna
about
replace
that.
him. They gonna replace him with Draymond Green. When Draymond gonna
Yeah,
play
you
him
mentioned
right
it.
into the doggone booth.
They should have kept Chris Robert.
Yeah.
Weber, oh yeah.
But then you would have to get rid of
We're
Kenny.
gonna play games. And
Huh?
You would have to get rid of Kenny Smith because him and Kenny like basically the same person.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
right, that's why they had them there auditioning. But Shaq is
Kenny
goofy. You
Smith.
know, you need that goofy personality that's gonna collide
Listen.
with Chuck. You know,
Uh-huh.
so they needed that. They
Even
love
though-
it.
Smith.
Even though, man, even though you know it was funny. You know,
Smith.
you know what Shaq
Lucky he played with the Dream.
yeah, you know what Shaq gave he gave Boban Marjanovic his new nickname, you ring.
Hey, speaking of Bobo, he was killing tonight, man. He was another dude who
Killing
was
him.
killing us tonight.
You
Oh my
right.
God.
I don't know why they let him go. I don't know why the
Yeah,
Clippers let him
clogging
go.
up the paint, using his
That
size
was
to his
killing.
advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. And he's an easy mismatch for anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like you can exploit like 3 or 4 times a game, get you some quick, easy buckets. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, he was giving Porzingis a nice blow tonight.
yeah.
I gotta give
Absolutely.
Boban his props because he hit a little dream, that little shimmy dream shake. That shit was nice.
Yeah.
He ain't finna.
Yeah.
The
He ain't gonna
unicorn.
change the game around.
Yeah.
Porzingis did. He did all right, but he ain't put up no superstar type of numbers. That's
Nah,
why
he did it. He
everybody.
did
I'm
it.
like in game 1, he was struggling.
He
I
really
wish
had a
somebody
bad game.
throw Paul George out tonight. I'm like, throw him out.
Right.
Throw
Because he
him
really
out.
had a bad game.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, once again, man, Paul George then turned into George Paul, man. It's like,
Scottie
dude,
Pippen.
it's
PG-13.
Playoff P, baby.
Playoff P.
Playoff P. Showing up
Pippen.
tonight.
Playoff P, man, for real. It's
And
like,
once he
dude, like
start
you,
having those numbers, that's when Doc got to say, "Hey, man, I didn't see
exactly,
this
man. Dude, go to the
Yo, but
game.
how many times we done seen Paul George? He done been cold in the playoffs, man. Like that's become his little thing too.
That's why,
Yeah.
yeah.
You know?
That's some history.
thing. But you got to get him under control. When he get in that playoff P mode, you got to say, look, you got to do the small thing. You ain't got
But
your shot going. You got to go to the hole, get fouled, go to the free throw line.
Get some stops on defense, man.
Right. I don't need you jacking up threes, getting
Right.
all
Yeah,
mad and
luck,
frustrated.
we don't need
because it
that,
ain't
man.
dropping.
That's gonna make it worse for us,
mentally
then.
out of the game. And he was mentally out of the game. After the 2 quarters, he was gone.
Yeah.
Mentally. And I'm like, man, will
He was
somebody
gone.
get him under control? Oh,
Right.
gravel boys, Doc over there. He just letting them play through. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
gravel.
Yeah, smack him
I
upside the
don't
head.
like the way he was coaching tonight, man. And I was
He
getting
ain't
mad when
coach.
But Doc, Doc do shit like that though. He have games like that. Even when he was with the Celtics back in the day, he used to have some games weird. It's like
He was on
2 games in a row he'll be straight. Then that game you need him to win it, he just be on some other shit. I don't know if he didn't get none last night or he ain't get a drink. I don't know what it is. He
Well,
got
they in the bubble, baby.
Doc has always in my mind been an overrated coach. Period.
You
Overrated.
said overrated?
yeah, man. Because sometimes
Doc
he be
in
having
my mind has always been overrated.
games, bro. Yeah.
He like an old old PE teacher. He like your old PE teacher roll out the balls, and play. That's all Doc
Right.
is. He don't teach nothing.
Hey, and don't forget,
Hey,
he done blew some playoff series.
What's his name is. That's how what's his name is Mark Jackson. That's why
Yep.
they don't want to give Mark Jackson a job because he wasn't an X and O guys. He barely did anything in practice.
Basically,
he let the offense, the assistant coaches run the practices, and he basically was just telling who should be
Hey,
there. Yeah.
What was the beef
Hello?
between Mark Jackson and Andrew Bogut?
You said
Yeah, what was the beef between Mark Jackson and Andrew Bogut?
I don't know. I didn't know they had a beef.
Didn't Bogut say something about
Oh
it?
yeah, Bogut don't like Mark Jackson.
Right.
I don't know why.
I don't know.
Casino,
He probably benched him or something. Who knows?
Casino, tell me the truth. You don't think Mark Jackson would be a better coach than Doc Rivers, though?
No.
No, I'm not gonna say all that now.
No, he wouldn't. Because see, the thing about Mark Jackson is he believes in personnel.
Yeah,
and
Boston,
he
he had
likes to inspire, but his thing is he's not good at making decisions when it comes to defense. When it comes to, he knows about putting the lineup together, so they very similar. But I don't see any difference. Doc to me has more respect of the players than Mark Jackson does. Mark Jackson's way too laid back.
And Doc is a better player too.
Right, he's like a fuse. He'll go off.
Exactly.
Mark ain't gonna go off.
Exactly. And he should have did that tonight, man. It was like, dude.
Mark gonna be over
Beverly,
there. Hey, bro,
I didn't know Beverly and
man down. They'll be like, what? There goes that man.
There goes that man.
sounded like John Madden on the old
you
football
like
game.
him better. You like him better as a color commentator.
I like Mark Jackson as a commentator.
But what he's good at is what Doc is good at. They recognize talent. They know who can play the game and who should be in the lineup, who should be on the bench, and they can recognize that talent. Where some of these coaches who do X's and O's and run the plays, they can't tell who should be in the damn game.
It's not that hard either.
No, it's not that hard if you can watch the game in the practices.
Right.
It can be.
We know what a bum is.
Would you say Tyronn
I mean,
Lue is better than
I shouldn't talk. I'm not a coach, but I'm just saying. I just be looking at look, I know what the problem needs to be fixed. I'm sure all you guys on here can see the problems on the court.
Yep, we do.
Yeah, but the thing is he recognizes this through practices and games. Then with Monte Ellis, that was a big move when they got rid of Monte Ellis for Steph.
That was
Steph
dumb.
kept getting hurt.
Yeah, that was dumb.
Got 100%. Monte Ellis was lighting things up, so that was a big move.
Yeah, Monte was a beast.
Yeah, because in Oakland we love Monte out.
He had like a 2-3 year run. He was killing it.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, but the thing was, Mark saw the potential in Steph Curry, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he just had faith. They both, in the religion, so he just went on faith that he was gonna be healthy and everything else. So it just worked out. But he saw, man, this kid is incredible to be sitting on the.
I think Clay,
and the Warriors needed a big man bad. You know what I'm saying? We weren't gonna get it done with just Beatrice. We needed Bogut, that big man.
Yep.
But Clay, I think, sped it up. Clay could pack, and Clay ain't gonna dominate the ball, so he'll let Steph do his thing, and he'll just catch and shoot and play defense.
Right, and the Warriors were on their way. That's what I'm saying. They would have won it if Mark Jackson was staying. They still would have won.
Yeah,
they would have won it very next year. The same way they won it in 2015, they would have won it. I mean, the thing is, Steve Kerr didn't really add too much difference to the team. Everybody trying to say, no, Kerr, he made brought a defensive mindset.
I'll be right
Man,
back.
No, he didn't. Curry ain't do
Nah,
nothing out there in Phoenix
Give
when he
me
was
a beer.
he's doing his best impersonation of Phil Jackson.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Trying to bring some of those same elements of, trying to keep him calm and focused on the game and all of that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's where he comes in at.
It was already set. You know what
yeah,
I
they
mean?
already talking about like he finna leave Golden State and go to another set team.
So you think he might go to
Baby,
Brooklyn
I'm
or
talking to
somewhere?
C-Note.
I don't know, but that's the talk saying that he might leave Golden State after this next season.
He might go to Brooklyn then.
That might be.
Nigga, bye.
Or that might mean Draymond is staying.
You know Draymond gonna stay because they already
Maybe.
paid.
You think he
Yeah,
should go to
but
Detroit?
they got a deal for him. And that contract ain't gonna be too hard to move.
Shoot,
You know what I'm
Detroit's
Cino,
saying?
in the
you
hole.
think
They
he should
ain't
go to
trying to
Detroit?
spend that kind of money on no coach.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, Detroit they lost $60 million last year.
Damn.
No.
Oh, we knew the cop was lying on Majuri. I mean, why would Majuri, Mansuri, whatever Majuri, go down there after the Raptors just won a championship? He gonna go down there and assault a police officer, and he the general manager of the team. I was like,
Right.
we knew that just from being black. We knew that was.
He wasn't a
BS.
police officer. He was a sheriff's deputy. He's in that gang, the sheriff's deputy. They a bunch of gangs. Alameda County sheriff's deputies are a gang.
Yeah.
All these police
Hey,
officers.
to go back on that game, not change subjects, but Christina, who do you like more? You like Milton or you like what's his name, Alex Burks more? Because I like Milton or Melton or however you say his
Shake
name.
Milton. Shake
Yeah,
Milton.
Yeah.
I thought the coach is playing both of them too much. Like at the same time, I was like, they only need one of the players and have the other one sitting down. The Alex Burks selling for shots, but they pulled out. I think.
What's his name? Smith was good, and because they athletic, and when you got athletic, and they use their speed on the Clippers are slow when it comes to dealing with because they got a bunch of older guys. Like people forget, Lou Williams is old. You got guys Tim Hardaway, Smith, and Burke. Those guys are fast, so they can cut to the basket quick.
Yeah.
So that's how they getting beat on the inside. The guys was cutting in and to the basket, and that's how Luka was finding them for them layups and dunks and all. That was all open all night. And they play a small ball game, so they don't really use the big man. Like,
All right, I'm back.
barely there for defense, shoebox. And by the time they get there, the help defense, the help is behind. I don't know how many times Smith cut to the basket, Hardaway Jr. cut to the basket, everybody cutting to the basket. They didn't figure out what to use against the Clippers to keep them in the game early.
It's like you couldn't even stop them from going right. They kept going to the foul line the full quarter. I'm like, bro, this is ridiculous, man.
Oh, the fourth quarter was a little bit of ridiculousness.
It was ridiculous, man.
Really giving Dallas a break.
Yeah, the fourth quarter, Dallas got every call. That was some bull.
Y'all know the Lakers lost, so they gotta have a clip.
Of course.
To make sure good.
Man. And Clippers, they got one too many bums out there, man.
They thought they wouldn't have to do this until Kawhi and them. They brought the lead down to 10 in like 2 minutes. It was like, man, y'all was down like 18. Now it's down to 10 with 3 minutes to go. But they got scared. It was like, look, foul these dudes on the line.
Man, but that Clippers had too many people that didn't belong out there, man. Like what's that light skinned dude's name with the mustache? You know what I'm saying? Like he does not belong. He don't need to be out on the court at all. Like no period, dog.
Damn it,
Shamit, yes. Yes, dog. He looks scared. He looks scared out there. You know what I'm saying? Like he don't need to be out on the floor. That other the other dude, what's my man with the dreads? He don't need to be out there neither. You know what I'm saying? Like
Terrence Mann.
They hurting. They got too many players, man. That's hurting them, man. They not doing nothing for the Clippers. they hurting them.
But I don't mind when that dude come in, the dude with the dreads, because when he come in try to play for a spot, so he ain't got nothing but to lose. You know what I'm saying? So he playing in some
Yeah,
minutes.
but if
It's
you
like
play, if you
restricted.
playing for a spot, you need to be making better decisions. And you know, like like the one foul, he just hit my man. He hit what's his name in the mouth, just like for no reason, dad. Like then they called him over to the bench. He was like, "Oh, my bad." Like, bro, that was stupid. You know what I'm saying?
But the key thing
That
is,
cost them points. Like right before the half, that cost them points. You
He
know what I'm
young.
saying?
It's
It's
the
like,
playoffs. He probably over anxious,
the
overexcited.
key thing is right
yeah,
now
man, sit your
is
over
just
anxious ass down right next to me, dog. You know what I'm
if
saying?
you
Let me
want
talk to you, man.
if you want to win in today's NBA right now with the ball moving all fast and whatnot, okay, y'all can do that. Move without the ball.
Right.
Move without the ball. That's what you have
Right.
to do in
Yeah.
today's NBA. It's not about being a one-on-one player right
Today's
now.
NBA, you don't move
You're
without the
doing
ball
one-on-one.
because if you move, you can't stand at the 3-point line.
Move
That's what these
Right.
cats want to do, stand at
without
the
the
3-point
ball.
line.
That's why you look at Toronto, that ball swing.
You know what else pissed me off?
Listen,
The
look at
game.
Toronto. Look at Toronto. Look at the ball swinging around the horn. Look at the ball swinging around the horn. Everybody moving. All of them. They 6'7",
what's
6'8".
going on, y'all?
Listen,
What's up, man?
that's why that team,
What do you think?
Toronto
What's
Raptors,
going
will
on?
be the Eastern Conference Finals. They will be in the
Uh,
finals.
exactly, baby.
Today,
You know,
but the
Hey, man,
game
basketball
moved a
hey,
little
it's my
will
bit.
birthday today, man.
basketball
Happy to be
will
alive for
always be
36 years.
basketball at the end of the day. Basketball will
Right.
always be a basketball at
Yes,
the end of the day.
indeed.
There is nobody in today's
And after
sport
the Lakers
that's
game,
a
we're gonna be
one
smoking a
person
cigar.
that can will a team to win. You ain't got no Jordan. You ain't got no Jordan. So let's turn to the Boston Celtics. That's what Toronto is doing right now. Swing that ball around the horn. Get the perfect shot.
Right.
Absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
But don't nobody really play as a team these days, though. But
That's the problem. That's what T just said. You know, the togetherness is gone. You know, that
right.
That's the game.
That's why I
That's
feel
what's gonna
good
come
about
down
my
to,
Heat. I feel
Team
good. The Heat can take it
basketball.
all.
Team
It's
basketball.
almost like an N1 game. A nigga brings the ball up, makes one pass, everybody clears out, and you just go one-on-one. It's like an N1 game.
Right.
Yep.
I feel the Heat will win it all now. It looks good.
The Heat will win it all.
Yep, it looks
Nah,
good.
the NBA don't want to see that. Adam Silver don't want to see that.
Hey, that's
He
fine. We
cares.
don't want to see him either.
Man, I don't
Yeah,
know.
man,
want
the
to see
NBA
his
done lost.
toenails.
Yeah.
He's trying to win for his
NBA done lost
They
so
boyfriend.
much
messing with
money.
your link right now, boy. They messing with
Well,
this
they
link right
already
now,
lost
boy.
money, man. You might as well.
Holy crap.
They trying to
took
win
a
for
hell
his
of a loss
boyfriend.
this
You know
year,
that.
so watch.
Yep.
Look, man, Adam Silver need to go paint his nails somewhere and let it happen. Just let it
Right.
happen. Man.
Let it
Go
happen.
play some basketball. Go get your
Somebody
little
could tie.
Let it happen.
win.
When the game's really gonna kick off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give him credit
Man.
though, man. Give
So
Adam
C-No, how you
Silver a
feel,
little
man?
bit of credit
What's going
because
on?
he could have
A
called
little
the
bit of
whole
credit. Fuck
season
Adam Silver.
off, which I
Dealing with this summer cold.
Oh yeah, the season
What we need to give Adam Silver credit for? He need to come
Right.
out the closet. That's
Need
what
to
I
come
give
out the
him credit.
closet. Just like young Buck. Come out the closet.
Come out the closet. I give you
I
credit
thought he
then.
was already out the closet.
Right.
Now he got 1 foot in, 1
Like
foot
this ain't no secret, y'all.
When he was in that parade, it's like he was at home.
Right.
Oh, but wait a minute though.
With
Jay
my
Blitzky,
people.
what was you saying about Adam Silver though? I forgot. What were you saying? I couldn't. You was breaking up a little bit. What was you saying about Adam Silver though?
I said give him a little bit of credit because he could have called the whole season off. He could have called.
He should
Let me
have.
ask you a question. Do you think Stern?
No,
do
LeBron
you
could
think
have called the
Stern
whole
would?
season off.
Hold on. Do you Stern would have been done a better job in time?
You said who?
David Stern. Do you think he would have been done a better job at this point in time
Hell
than
yeah.
Adam Silver?
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
All of them.
Oh yeah,
Right.
you would.
He'd have slapped every last one of them and said, if y'all don't get y'all punk behinds out here and play,
Yeah, this little pandemic
I'm
gonna stop
gonna
anything.
Right, I ain't
Gonna
giving
stop
y'all
anything.
no money. Yeah,
players.
y'all don't get no damn money if you ain't playing.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, Adam Silver.
Hey.
No,
Special,
it's
baby.
okay if you don't want to play. You know, your health.
No.
Health.
Yeah, no, get your ass on
Right.
this court.
You better, if
If
you
you're not
don't
gonna get on this court, you ain't gonna get paid.
David Stern showed me his power when he vetoed that Kobe trade on that Chris Paul trade, and then he just act like, oh,
Nothing happened.
He still
Right.
went on long business.
Man,
Right.
look what he did to Seattle, to Supersonics.
Right.
You
Right.
know what I'm saying? That was some straight
Hey,
game.
now you remember that time David Stern went on the Jim Rome
No.
show and he was like, "Why'd you veto the trade?" And he was like, "Are you still beating your wife?"
Oh
Right.
yeah.
Yep.
Yes, yo.
Oh yeah.
damn.
I remember that. I
That was
remember that.
bad.
And he tried to
Bruh.
call him unprofessional for it. He
Bruh.
was mad as fuck about that.
David
Oh
Stern
yeah.
showed me he was a real OG
That was a
gangster
thug life
when
move
he
right
did
there.
what
I
he
was
did to
like, man,
Gilbert Arenas.
he
Oh
done
yeah.
all the bodies out.
That's
David
That's
done
when
all
he
the
showed me
bodies
he
they
was a
kept,
gangster.
baby.
When he showed when he said what he did to what he did to Gilbert Arenas, I was like, damn,
Yeah. Yeah.
damn,
David
and that he
Stern,
blackballed Gilbert, and
David
Gilbert
Stern
was
was the dark
never.
city. He was dark cities, man. You know what I'm saying? Stern walking dark city.
Oh man.
He said,
Look, he made the players. He made the players
Oh,
clean up their images. That's the reason.
right,
He the reason why they all got to wear suits and
right.
skinny jeans and things of that nature now. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Well, yeah, the skinny jeans stuff, yeah, that probably wouldn't have went on in his era. But
Oh
And see,
no,
that's my
Zeke is
point.
the reason they started wearing suits. Zeke had
Yeah,
that as
the
a
Allen
rule.
Iverson rule.
See, that's my
Yeah,
No,
the
point.
Allen
David
Iverson
that's
rule.
the
Stern.
rule. Zeke had that in play before then, and David Stern went to Isaiah. He said, "How you get your players to wear suits?"
Huh?
He's like, "How you get them to do that?" Because every
Nah,
team
this 13
Isaiah
on
coached,
1.
they had to wear suits. He made sure that was a requirement of every team he coached. Like, no, y'all gonna dress up, y'all, no matter what. So the Knicks, they couldn't stand it, and Pacers too. But he's like, look, y'all got to dress up, shirt and tie. And man,
Exactly.
Right.
Y'all making
Stern
too
was
much
like, how you
hey,
money.
get them to do that?
Making too
Zeno,
much money.
why they hate on
Dr. J was
Isaiah,
doing that too.
man?
Yeah.
Why they hate on Isaiah so much, man?
Because he broke up that glamour thing. They passing of the torch. It's supposed to
Right.
go to Mike. You know, that's how
He
it
beat
was.
everybody, and then he made the play. He took money out the agent's pocket and kept it in the player's pocket.
Right. But you
They
see the
stay hey,
players.
all these Jordan fans. I call him his baldness. I don't even call him arrogance. I call him his baldness because he was arrogant.
But you see all the players, though, they are all the young players, all the other players, they all respect Zeke.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Like all the players before then, they respect him because he was the one in the gyms going to see them in camp.
Yeah.
He was the one that called them out. He saved players' lives, man. And they was robbing NBA players here in the shot. He the one got personal security on the players.
Exactly. And being
He
from
even
here.
got personal security. They called Zeke. He put personal security detail on the players while they was up here in the shot. It's like, man, they got protected the family, everything.
Yeah,
They
man.
had armed
what's up.
guys in suits out on
Yeah,
the street.
I just don't like Jordan. I just don't like these Jordan fans. Like they just be talking bad about him and stuff. And I be like, man, Zeke. Every time I watch NBA TV, he on, man. I sit there and be like, I gotta watch Zeke.
Exactly, man. Hey, man, plain and
He
simple.
lit.
Zeke was better than him, man. Zeke was better than him. Plain and simple, man.
Right.
Plain and simple.
Well, he had better knowledge of the game. And see,
Absolutely.
Man,
when you
Isaiah Thomas and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar are two of the most brilliant basketball minds, but you don't hear from them.
Yeah.
Yeah. For real.
They tried to
I was
silence
saying,
him.
man, he was incredible.
That's all right. I just
He
don't
the
know.
smartest motherfucker.
He saw all this stuff
All right,
in
you
like
too, bro.
regular speed. He's like, I seen it in regular speed, how to break down the game, how to take people out of their position.
Right.
And like they had a game plan for like every player in the game.
On the fly, too. On the fly.
Yep.
I mean,
Put Bernard King up in there too, Cino. Put Bernard King up in there
King
too.
would have been great if he didn't have all them drinking problems, man. He was drinking
Right.
like
Yeah, you right. You
that's
right.
what messed him up.
Put Bernard King on the Detroit Pistons. Put Bernard King on the Detroit Pistons right now.
Bernard
He would have been Bradley McGuire, all of them. Put Bernard King on the Pistons.
High school,
David
college.
Thompson too, if he could have laid off the drugs.
Yeah.
Hey man,
I
look,
agree. I
if
agree.
the game was Rick James, cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Yeah.
He put up like 50 on Jordan. He put up like 40 some on Jordan with 2 bad knees.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who, David Thompson?
King was the beast.
No, Bernard King when he came
Bernard
back.
King.
And he
Oh,
was
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
He put up
He
he had
came back.
2
Yeah,
bad
Bernard
knees.
King.
Wasn't George
Yeah.
Gervin giving it to Jordan too? Wasn't
Nah.
Gervin giving it to Jordan too?
Nah,
He
different era. Different
No,
era.
no, when he
It was a
when he
different era.
when he
Different
was
era.
No, I know it's different
Gervin was
era.
incredible.
oh yeah, yeah. I
Yeah,
mean, yeah,
Iceman.
different era, but
But
like
the
Iceman was
from the
with
ABA. I love
Iceman
watching
was
him
with
in the
David
ABA.
Thompson, the
Yeah.
scoring title.
When he was in the ABA as the Iceman, and you knew him as the Iceman, the king
oh
of
yeah,
the finger roll.
Right.
Man, he had so many Berea shots, man. He had the
Right.
hook shot, the finger roll, reverse finger roll.
Bro.
I mean,
Oh,
anywhere
he
the
could
ball
finger
goes.
roll from any angle. He could finger
Any
roll
angle.
from any angle on the glass.
Yes, right.
Period.
Hell, he
It
could
was
jump over
spectacular. That's why I
everybody.
love the
So
ABA.
I mean,
Watch
damn.
those ABA games. They could fight on the court, man, and then everybody get back to playing basketball. I'm like, man,
Yeah, yeah.
I love
That's
this.
basketball.
Yeah,
That's
that's
ball.
basketball.
That's from the
That's
west side
ball.
of Detroit.
That's
Yeah.
ball. That's basketball. And drinking beer
I
after the
love
game
the
together.
ABA. I wish they had more money. Keep their league
That's
around.
basketball. You know what I'm
Because they
saying?
had
Drinking.
great players, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
Great
definitely.
players.
Definitely.
Oh,
Julius
absolutely.
Sutherland,
And the jerseys was so raw.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Right.
Especially the Nets jerseys.
Yes. The New York Mets. Nets
Oh yeah,
jerseys.
the New York Nets
Oh,
jerseys back
man,
then was
those
too
were
nice,
sick.
man.
Them fans are so fly.
It was too nice.
Yeah,
I
man.
think those are ugly. Oh, those are ugly. I hate those. I
Man, they
hate
was
those.
alright. They was
I
alright. They
hate
was alright.
those. I
They was
hate
alright.
them.
Come on, man. Come on.
Hate
Philly,
them.
Philly has some good jerseys.
Them fans is fly. I'm
Man,
a
come on,
rock.
man.
Why you say it's ugly?
Hey, the
I'm still
ABA has
rocking
some
that
ballers
shit.
though. Dr. J, Artist Gilmore,
Moses
Billy
Malone,
Cunningham.
Mel Daniels from the
Yeah.
I
Indiana
like the
Pacers.
old.
Mel
I
Daniels.
like the
Gilmore,
old Denver
beast,
Nuggets
man.
jerseys.
And then, like, the ABA, like, with the
Yeah, they were
St.
clean.
Louis team was dope, too.
You said
Yeah.
who?
They had Lucas. They had Moses Malone. They
Mhm.
had the original Black Mamba. I forgot his name. He died over drugs, but he was cold, too. He won the Rookie of the Year MVP against Julius Erving.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Lombardi.
Larry Keenan, they
Yeah.
had Bobby Jones, they had Dan Issel, yeah, all them.
Yeah, Lucas. And boy, they would
Them
boy, they would
bugs.
go at it, boy. They would go at it hard.
Oh, absolutely.
And look, if
Absolutely.
you had a problem, we'll meet you in the parking lot. We'll meet you in the parking lot too.
That's real. That's how that's how it was
That's
back then.
basketball. That's
That's
Had to
ball.
have hands back
That's
in the
ball.
day. It ain't like today.
For real.
Yeah,
We ain't all friends, man. This ain't no
That's
buddy
ball.
buddy club, man.
Right.
exactly, man. Basketball's meant to be competitive anyway,
Yeah.
man. It's a competitive
LeBron started
sport.
out that buddy
Right.
shit.
I always tell people
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
favorite Bulls team. I love the Bulls, but I tell people my favorite Bulls teams was in the late 70s with Bob Love, Jerry Sloan,
Oh, I watched
Ooh.
some of their
Artist
games.
Gilmore, yeah.
Ooh.
All
Norm,
the
the Storm Van
Sloan
Zandt
could
was
play
my
the game.
yeah,
Sloan
Ooh.
could play.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jerry
I ain't
You
know
talking about
Sloan
some
was
real
that
cokeheads
that
right
good.
there.
Shoot, Jerry
They gonna
Sloan's
get my teeth.
Ooh.
amazing. I got the
You
paper.
talking about the real?
Oh, good
The
lord.
Cam, baby.
Holy crap!
Cam.
Hey, but real quick, y'all. Let me ask. I want to respond to a little comment. C Pen for the win just said. He said, "I'm a Jordan fan with mad respect for Isaiah. Mad respect for Zeke. But he said, I will never say that Zeke is better than Micah and all that. I wanted to respond to that. I mean, Zeke had more knowledge of the game than Mike, man. I mean, like he was the one who devised the plan to stop you from scoring. You know what I mean? It took you 7 years to realize that you cannot win on your own. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
I do, but
So
I
come
think
on.
where he's coming
Man,
from,
at the
Can I
end of the day,
piggyback off
Zeke
that? Can I
was
piggyback
a
off that?
small.
Go ahead. Jay Blissy had something to say. Hold on. Go
Nah,
ahead.
just saying,
Zeke
like
went to the
Zeke was
University of
undersized,
Indiana.
6'6",
Played for Coach
maybe 6
Bobby
feet.
Knight. Played for
Yeah.
Coach Bobby Knight.
Yeah.
And Bobby Knight never talked to him
Yeah,
like he
I
talked
just
to any
think
other
where he's
player on
coming
his
from
team.
with that comment.
But
Won a
Kevin
championship.
McHale said it best,
Undefeated.
Kevin McHale said
Undefeated.
it best though. If you
That's
give
it.
Zeke 9 shots, you give Magic 9 shots, a Bird 9 shots, they still gonna kill you.
Mm-hmm.
And that showed me something there. Like,
That's true.
man,
Am I
like that
breaking
makes
up on
you
y'all?
think.
Yeah, you breaking up a little bit, Jay
Yeah,
Twin.
you was breaking up,
Oh
man.
my
Yeah.
goodness.
That's real. You keep Jordan to 10 shots, you do win.
Yeah,
Exactly.
right.
Yeah,
But
Nick,
go
I'll
ahead.
be right
but
back.
Nick, just to piggyback on what you said, I think where he is coming from, where most young players are coming from, he's speaking from the perspective of Jordan took the league to a whole nother level for these young guys to make
Right.
the outrageous money that they're making.
Right.
Whereas Zeke did a lot for the game, especially behind the scenes. Nobody really looks at the behind the scenes. Nobody.
Right.
It's like the swan, right? You see the swan floating in the water. It looks pretty, right? But you don't
Yeah.
see him pedaling his legs, right?
Right.
It's the same. It's the same thing. He likes Zeke for Zeke. You know what I mean? The person, the man, the basketball player, the Hall of Famer. He's looking at Jordan like Jordan helping me make money, whereas I wouldn't be able to feed my family with this outrageous contract without the influence of Michael Jordan.
Right.
Because Jordan took it to another level that Magic never took it to.
Yep.
Yeah, I understand.
But see,
Yeah, with the endorsement brands, Jordan had McDonald's, Gatorade, Chevrolet,
He had the
Fruit of the
world.
Loom.
He had the world, man.
And see, here's another thing too. It's a lot of times, man. Younger kids that say that because they didn't see the '80s basketball.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you watch basketball back then, you know it wasn't like Mike had his time of domination was in the '90s.
Yeah.
After Isaiah, Magic, everybody was gone. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So when Isaiah was dominating Mike, nobody really saw that unless you watched
Right.
80s basketball. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? And then that just to continue it, like my man said, the narrative of Michael Jordan.
Yeah, you got to
You
be
know what I'm saying?
30 plus and up.
It's like he came out the pussy, the god of basketball. You know what I'm saying? And then,
Yeah.
he had to
No,
have
you're
his
right. That's
comeuppance
how
just
they
like
paint it.
everybody
You're right.
else.
You're right.
You
That's
know?
how they paint it. They paint Jordan like he didn't have any losses ever in his career. Like he never can beat.
Basically, yeah.
Isaiah daddy said he didn't want him playing basketball because he said he felt like it was like a circus. He said he didn't want him playing. He was talking, I watched his documentary today.
Oh no, his father was against all professional sports.
Yeah, he said he didn't like that.
Nah, he didn't believe in that. You know, he hated the system. You know, and just thought it was just a system. You know, to keep the players. You know, how the rich folks all stay in the booth and keep all the blacks down there playing, and they making money off. His father just went with all that.
Hey, but for real, can you blame him though?
Yeah.
Especially back then. Yeah, I can
Nah, he got a
understand
point. His daddy had a point though.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Most definitely, man. But like I said, you know what I mean? Like,
well,
no one, not many players have that type of knowledge of the game. Like I said, like like guys like Isaiah Thomas, Bill Russell, Oscar Robertson, Larry Bird, you know what I mean? That could break the game down to its simplest form like that.
Right.
At early age as well.
You had to back then. You had
and you got to think he was 6 feet. He was 6 feet tall, if that.
Right.
That was probably being generous. You know what I'm saying? And it's like no guard has been able to dominate the game from his size. You know what I'm saying? Period.
Right.
And he did it in the league. And he did it in the league where big men were falling off trees. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Especially dominant ones.
Yeah.
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 Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What up? What up? What up? What's
What
up?
up?
What's
Y'all hear
going
me
on,
now,
Cal? What's
man?
going on, King Lee?
What's going on, man?
Not much, not much. Just getting
Yeah,
out
man.
work. Shit.
I'm still breaking up.
Man, I don't know.
Can y'all
I
hear
don't know
me?
how you
Yeah.
feel, bro. I'm off.
Yeah,
Not
All
as
right,
much.
cool.
Yeah.
man,
Yeah.
y'all know
It's still
they
bad.
weren't gonna let the Clippers
Not as
win
much.
that.
What the hell?
Not as,
Yeah,
not
yeah,
as,
yeah,
no.
yeah.
Yeah.
We can hear you.
That was a screw job at the full.
Yeah.
Yo,
Yeah,
Cena,
but
Yeah.
they
it's
messing
just
with
a
your
winning.
channel, man. They messing with your channel, and man, this is ridiculous, man. This is ridiculous.
Yeah,
They messing
he
with
was
your
constantly
channel.
breaking
I
up.
can't
I
even
know.
talk to
I
you,
know.
man.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
breaking up.
No.
No, I'm breaking up.
Yeah, somebody
I
breaking
can
up.
hear you.
Blizzard.
Yeah, we can hear
Hey,
you.
Blizzard.
Yeah, I mean, but you know, it's not in sync. You know
Oh,
what I mean? That's the problem. You know. But other than that, we can hear you.
this is BS, man.
I
They
know.
need to
See,
stop
no
this
man, you had me
nonsense, man.
dying laughing on that video earlier with
We doing
Joe Biden
doing
and Cardi B. Oh my god.
Oh, that was stupid.
Oh man. Had me dying laughing, man. I'm
That
at
was
work.
stupid as
I'm at
hell.
work dying laughing, boy.
I didn't think nobody saw
I
it.
said
I
this
saw it.
nigga done
I
done it
saw it.
again.
I
Dog,
saw it.
you
Do it again.
and you even said you
Oh
was
Oh
hell.
doing
man,
the
this fool
video.
done done it again.
Man.
He
And
had an
that's
animated
how it was
series
meant, though.
on Cardi
He
B.
told the truth.
Oh
I
Yeah.
man.
gotta check that
He
out.
told the truth. Like, do you want Cardi really speaking for you?
Right.
This is real. This is annoying, man.
He need to do an animated series or
That's
something.
a damn good point.
Her lap dancing on him or something, and he popping some Viagra or something. Something.
Oh wow.
Man,
I tell you,
Biden wouldn't last a minute with Cardi. He'll
Yeah,
be
cool.
out of here quick.
He would immediately go into cardiac arrest.
Right. No, he killed it when Kamala came in there and said, I'm going to lock up all the black men
Cardi
and give
B
everything
arrest.
to women.
Oh yeah.
That joke was funny, boy.
I said, hell dog.
yeah, they
He,
finna come after me now. I'm gonna have the whole liberals after me.
All I hear is one
Oh.
yeah,
thing.
so they come get you. They finna
They-
be outside your door. Carcino,
This is annoying.
Carcino, we
Yeah.
know you're here.
So we
Man.
know you're here.
Yo, Cena,
Man,
you
I
need to
think,
give donations into the Republican Party for real, so they can
man, I think the
stop
Clippers,
messing with
man,
your
they shouldn't have let
stream,
go
man.
Mo Harkless, man.
No, they shouldn't have.
Nah,
They
No,
shouldn't have
they
let him
shouldn't.
go.
Yeah. No,
No,
they shouldn't have, man.
they needed him, and now
They
they
needed
realize.
him.
Yeah, they miss
Exactly.
him.
Marcus
They miss him.
Morris is a
They
defensive
should have just kept
liability.
that team intact, man.
Exactly. You
You
know
ain't
what I
had to
mean?
move nothing.
You didn't.
You
You
ain't had to
did. It
move
was set.
nothing.
It was set from the beginning. It was set. You were all
They,
set.
they overthought themselves. That's what
Yeah.
happened.
Yeah, now it's like they got too many players. Yeah.
Yeah.
You get rid of Harkless, but you pick up Reggie Jackson,
But no,
huh?
I can't lie, man. I think Doc
Reggie
Rivers is an
Jackson.
overrated ass coach.
You the last person who said that.
You're not the only person said that. Blizz said it too.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
can
think
understand.
so too, man. Because Doc, he has those games. It's weird. Like he'll be coaching good, and then he'll have a game where it's like the Titanic falling, and he just still like bump it.
Oh,
Like we just let it
don't
play.
forget.
What just
Don't
happened?
forget he done
Run
blown
that
them
back.
couple playoff series down. He done been up 3-1. Well, twice. Who was that he lost to? The Clippers one year. I mean the Warriors one year when they came back on him.
Yep.
Is it me or do we all just get dropped?
They didn't did it.
Yeah. They just dropped. Yeah, we all. Yeah, we back though. We back though.
Choked.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. If I had to choose, I think I would take Mark Jackson over him, though.
No.
I wouldn't go
Lamar
that
Jackson
far.
don't
I
really.
think I would.
Oh man, yeah.
I don't know. I take Doc over Mark. Like he ain't that bad. It's just he has lapses at times where it's like, what the hell you
I
doing
don't
this
know,
game?
man.
Right, he gotta let them figure
It's
it
a,
out mentality. And then he tells them
it's
where they went wrong after the game.
Right.
But
I
he
don't like his
riding with guys too
substitution.
much.
I don't
He
like his
called
substitution selection.
no, I don't either. I mean, this is what cost the Boston Celtics the championship against the Lakers.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh man, I remember that.
But
Exactly.
KG had nothing left. And he wouldn't give him a break. He wouldn't take him out the game, just telling him play through it. He was like, I was gone. I had nothing. He was like, and I knew it. He's like, I knew I had nothing left. He was like, I was done. I was spent. Like, and then I was giving everything else extra. And he's like, I'm just dying out there. And I'm like, no, you
See,
gotta be able to trust
Yeah,
to get the
yeah.
extra minutes from your other guys.
Right.
Yeah, man.
You
Doc
gotta
need
be
to cut that shit out
Just
for real.
like John
guys gotta step up. But if you see
Stark.
a guy
That,
he ain't got it right now, you gotta give him a blow.
and that's
Exactly.
why
Yeah, like Jay Wizzy said, just like
Mark
John Starks in '94.
ain't gonna do that though.
Yeah.
See, Mark Jackson, he knows, like both of them know talent, but I think Mark knows his spot out talent like better than Doc. And I feel like Mark knows how to like substitute better. He knows at the right time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and that's why I feel like Mark is a better coach than Doc, because Doc let his ego get the best of him. Doc is always like, oh, it's just me. Just me. It's my way or no way.
But see, you gotta understand, Mark never had no pressure on him. Like
Right.
Doc got pressure on him to go to a championship.
Right.
Nobody had no pressure on Doc and the Clippers to do nothing.
Right.
Right.
There was no pressure on them at all. So they were just he had time to develop, make a team, and just rise on up and be on the low. So then he got fired in the middle of that. So
Yep.
it was like, man, that was weird. It was like Doug Collins. You know, Doug got fired. They took the team as further as they ever went, and then he gets fired.
Oh man.
You know,
For
so
real.
and he's still bitter about it.
He's still.
Yeah, I would be too. I would be too.
That was his championship
Oh,
right there, man.
Right.
everybody know what that was about.
Oh, hold on, Brundy. What you saying?
But you know who I like as a coach though? I like David Blatt though. I like David Blatt.
David Blatt. Oh,
David
Black
Blatt.
was straight. He coached some good
Blatt.
defense.
David Blatt. I like Blatt.
LeBron was the problem. But it wasn't Black.
Yeah, it wasn't really bad.
Black did his job.
Man, I like
He had them
that Casey. What was his name? Dwayne Casey. Man, I like him.
Yeah, I'm still pissed about that. They let him go for the Raptors. Now everybody trying to say Nick Nurse is the
For
best
real.
ever. I'm like, man, he looked like Gilbert. The hell?
Man, you know they always do that, man. They always
Right,
take it
he
from the
looked
black
like
man.
Gilbert on the sideline.
He got coach of the year and was fired.
Right. That shit is
Exactly.
stupid.
How
shit
in
was
the world
stupid.
you get coach of the year and you fired?
Right.
You know they always do that. They do that in the NBA and they do that in the NFL. They did Tony Dungy the same damn way at Tampa Bay. Like
Oh,
they
I'm
always
still
do that
pissed
crap.
off about that. I'm so mad still. And they kicked him out. He had to pack all his stuff up at night. They ain't even give him till the morning. He had to get all his stuff at night.
Yeah, and then look at John Gruden now. He ain't worth a damn.
But he
never
getting
was
$10 million a
worth
year.
it. John
Ain't that
Gruden
something?
was never worth a damn. John Gruden is overrated. You know, he should be a
Yes, he
coordinator.
is.
He should be a coordinator, not a
Yup.
head coach. He doesn't know.
We gonna see. He done
Yup.
basically gutted the whole team. So we gonna
He
see
doesn't
what he
know how
can
to
do.
draft well.
Yeah.
I mean, he ruined the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and he's ruining
Yup.
the Raiders right now.
Yeah.
What
But
did he get
John
out of
Yep.
the
Gruden,
next
but
trade?
John
Nothing.
Gruden never.
Yeah, he's
I'm a
gutted.
Raiders
He's
fan,
gutted
and
the
I agree
team.
100%.
Every team he went to, it was built already for him. Like in the Raiders
Yep.
are built for him already. And then he went to
Right.
Tampa
Yep.
and built.
Right.
So
Yep.
Right. This dude is a
Well,
coordinator.
he gonna get his
Yes,
money's
sir.
worth.
They had 100
He didn't gutted this Raiders team for all draft picks, so he about to get all the guys he wants, and they gonna
Right.
see how
Hello?
good they do. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
but what did they get out of the Khalil Mack trade?
Hello?
Nothing. The guy doesn't know
Yeah.
personnel.
Hold on.
And then the irony is he was on ESPN doing like quarterback schooling. How you gonna
Right.
do like a quarterback
Mm-hmm.
school on ESPN and you don't even know personnel? You don't got the clue. And
He
you
don't
get
know
$100
he
million.
Who else was
he
they
don't
gonna give it
know
to
how to
him?
coach young quarterbacks. He's basically a guy. If he get an older quarterback, he knows how to do well with them, like Rich Gannon
Yep.
and like Brad
Yep.
Johnson. But he can't do
Yep.
well like a Chris Sims. When he got Chris Sims and Brad
He
Kowski, he didn't know what to do with them. He was
Yeah, he
looking
ruined
lost.
Chris Sims. He ruined
Right.
Chris
He
Sims. Chris
ruined Chris
Sims had
Sims.
He
problems
throw
in the
he
weight
throw
Right.
a
You right about that.
1,000-page playbook at Chris Sims.
You
Yeah.
damn sure right
Right.
about that.
Expect Chris
Yeah.
Sims to throw a 1,000-page playbook.
And
Right.
then what's
Do that.
crazy is the Raiders
Come
give
on,
him $100 million contract, guaranteed money.
Right.
And
He was
Mike
so
Tomlin is doing a
arrogant.
better job in Pittsburgh with more pressure every year to win. Can't even
Yeah.
get that kind of money.
Yeah.
Mike
Man,
Tomlin,
and John, yeah,
that's crazy.
yeah. John Gruden so damn arrogant, man. I
Any
seen
team,
him.
any
I ran into
organization.
him in, I ran into him real and at a restaurant in Tampa, man. He's just so damn arrogant. Oh man, he's an
Yeah,
asshole.
yeah, he looked like a
Yeah.
prick. You
Yeah,
know?
he is.
Yeah, he's an
But see,
asshole.
that's his
Any
that's his
organization in
track
the
record.
league was gonna throw him money though. Any organization
Yeah.
gonna throw him money. He played the
Right.
game. He got on Monday Night Football, and then he got up there and
Yeah, yeah.
it sounded like he know what he was talking about. So he
Yeah.
played the
Right.
game. You gotta give that to him. You
Right,
gotta
No,
diggity,
give
right
I
that
get
to
check,
him.
that
right
too,
check,
but
right one.
Yeah, because
Man, look,
in that deal, he got a
John
piece of the